It's already on everything. You want one? You got many bottles? I got it all. Yeah. Do you? Oh, we live now. Fucked up tonight, guys. Okay. I ain't driving. Hey, the private PJ came in from DC last night. You already know what time it is. You already know. We got a Saturday podcast. You know how the Saturday podcast goes. Oh. You fucking with a gangster. Gangster. 50 in her Birkin, then she ain't want to mind. Added brightness to your glow. They see the difference in your shine. Go to pretty long as you got me. You never in the bind. Okay. Yeah. Moneybag, yo, and Future. Hey. You did. We on the HTG podcast. Yo, it's your boy SB High Storm. We on the HTG podcast where anything goes. Who we got in the building?
The one and only, gorgeously red. Killer K checking in.
Yo, it's your boy Cass. Y'all already know what time it is.
Gang. I know he gonna put his best performance on today, baby. Y'all already know what time it is, baby.
They in the building, you don't know.
Ooh, I ain't even gonna put you out there like that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you. Hey, we got some solid assassins in the building. You already know what time it is. I deleted it. You did.
It's your girl, Dirty Diana.
Oh. We got some more solid assassins in the building. Anybody want to introduce themselves to the people? Keyword silent. Keyword silent. Keyword silent assassin. You feel me? Yeah. You know, if you ain't know, you gonna know today. Oh, we gonna get a good one today. I already know it's gonna come from this area over there. You know what I'm saying?
I think everybody drove in a little under the influence.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, bitch, I came in under the influence already. Shit.
You talking about me?
Yeah. God damn. She don't want to disappoint boss. She on two wheels.
Y'all see, I sitting there test like on my way. I had shit to do today, but I'm still coming.
We appreciate you being here. You did. We appreciate. Actually, I appreciate. I sent y'all a text this morning. Like I ain't never said thank you. You feel me? I really appreciate y'all. But listen, man, we got two beautiful guests on the show. Some special guests. I got like my homie right here. Then I got another homie right here from way back in the country days type shit. But you feel me? I'm gonna start with my homie right here, the beautiful, sexy young lady right here. Can you introduce yourself to the people?
It's Rocky, Foxy_Roxanne, if you want to follow me on anything.
Oh, most definitely. Follow her. My beautiful chocolate lady over here. Can you introduce yourself, please?
Hey, y'all. It's Addison. I'm the owner of Legendary Street Stylers. You can also follow me on IG at Legendary Stylers.
Okay. Listen, they already plugged they shit out top. They're like, listen, this business, plug it out top. Okay, so look, this is what we're going to do. Hey, look, we got 5 rules on this podcast, you feel me? On the HTG podcast where anything goes. First rule is to be yourself. Second rule is to have fun. And rule 3, 4, 5 is drink. So we're going to take a shot for the podcast right now. You did? B-Top, water boy. The water boy, you feel me? Another day at work, guys.
My mama told me.
What?
My mama said.
Your mama said you drank that water, that pussy stay clean.
Right.
I rather you taste like some water, H2O, than the motherfucking ocean. You did.
You kind of vulgar today.
Hey, listen, we're gonna talk about a lot of women shit tonight. You feel me? Or today, because you know it's what month we in? March, and it's Women's History Month. And we got some beautiful women in the building. All these beautiful women, these Amazons. You feel me? We got people that got businesses making money. You feel me? Chasing the bag. You did. We got people that ain't kissing and ain't fucking on this podcast.
It's about time you to go that way.
Yeah. Hey, look, so we're going to get to it, man. So, Rocky, can you tell me a little bit about yourself, where you from? You did, what you represent?
From Spartanburg, and my parents own a gym called 3D Fitness, and it's a family business. Just a little side note, you know, my mom and my dad started it. My mom passed away 2 years ago, and her therapy was creating the gym that we own now. So I'm not fully in it, but I'm like business, like money wise behind it. And I also make learning boards for kids. So not even just kids actually, because adults get them fashion boards, English boards. Like that's my passion is helping kids out with learning disabilities. I work with special need kids also, so that helps me create more boards for kids that's behind. That's what my boards are behind. I also make t-shirts.
Yeah.
I'm very crafty. You need your house decorated, front porch.
You just do it all.
I really, I'm like very talented. No, my hair is not perfect, but I get it today.
It looks amazing.
I love a nasty
try.
pony. I'm just saying, I love a good nasty pony.
Okay.
I love a nasty pony.
You want somebody to pull yours, don't you?
You know I ain't got no hair. I love a nasty pony though.
Don't worry.
When I had that, I love it.
We'll put one on you though. It's possible.
Yeah, you like somebody got
Don't touch my goddamn waves now. Don't touch my waves now. Y'all be brushing shit out my hair. Don't touch my waves.
You want to share what happened the other day, or we don't want to share that?
What happened?
The color is beautiful, but we don't want to talk about that, do we?
No, what had happened was.
What?
So I called myself. I need it was time to re-dye my hair, re-bleach my hair. So I tried something new.
Yeah.
And it was something called titanium.
Mm-hmm.
And it turned out purple and gray.
Mm.
And they said, send me a picture. Hell no. Not for you to show somebody.
You made it here though.
I did.
Yeah.
And when I showed up, guess what color it was? This.
Yeah.
So I'm
That.
gonna fix it and I'm on my way.
I hate it.
Not the fan
See, you gotta hold it. That's a new fan, wasn't it? That's a new one. That sound like a cricket fly.
God damn, she put the whole, and it's the bigger one.
I wrote the other one last night, so I'm just saying I had to bring out a bit all night.
I feel you. I feel you. Fuck it.
Oh,
Fuck it. Hey, that's what we doing today. Fuck it. You did. Hey, Addison,
this is dope.
can you tell these folks where you from, what you represent, things of that nature?
I am originally from Washington, D.C. I currently reside in Maryland. I'm an educator, and as I stated, I own Legendary Street Scholars. That brand was created because as being a teacher, I saw that there was a lot of young people who, how can I say it, they idolized everything that they were wearing. They thought that their clothes made them and their clothes determined who they were.
Mm-hmm.
But I found that I was having 11th and 12th graders who couldn't give me their basic multiples. And I had a problem with that. Because a lot of people look at, Balenciaga, Versace, Ferragamo, Louis Vuitton, list goes on. And those things give this perception as if they're better than. And that they need those things to be who they are. But like I always ask them, when you walk into a room, what is representing you? Is it this or is it this? Because if I strip you of all of that bullshit you're wearing, what's representing you now? The moment you get to opening up your mouth and they realize that this intellect's not there, you can have $1 million worth of clothes and jewelry. But you don't belong in the room.
You shrimp in the ocean.
So I'd rather for them to put their money and value in this. And once they do, all of the things that they, desire and want to acquire, that'll come easy. And they'll understand it better that this don't make me. So that's how Legendary Street Scholars came about. And I love it. It's for my young people. It's honestly for everybody. I feel like, we should wear things that represents the core of who we are. And for me, Legendary Street Scholars is a brand made for the educated and fly. So that's why I created Legendary Street Scholars.
Okay. We got some good women on here today. We got us some good old women. The other day I had some women on here, right? I did this podcast by myself. They ain't even know. I had my girl from Magic City Corn. Had my girl from Godivas 2. If you only know. Godivas 2? Godivas 2.
They don't know about Godivas.
Nah, I had them in here. We were talking about podcast. They were like, "But I've been stripping with one leg for the last 2 years. You feel it? One leg. One girl was telling me how the pole fell. You feel me? It was. They paid for the set. They paid for the set. You
You
feel
didn't
me?
call and tell us shit.
I apologize. That was just a private set we was having. You feel me? Something
I
like
got
that.
questions.
You got questions for me, or you got questions for them?
For the one leg.
That make you purr.
I'm just.
Nope.
You don't want Lieutenant Dan?
I told you. I'm trying to find me a sugar daddy, sugar mama, don't want no sugar. So I get this BBL and suck this gut to this butt. I'm just saying.
I think you look amazing.
Thank you.
Hey, so I want to know is if we go around the room, we're gonna start with Gorgeous Red. I just want to know how your day been going so far. I know you busy, so how been
Hell,
going
busy
so far?
shit.
No.
I made it though.
Okay.
It's been a beautiful day
Mhm.
outside, but it's been straight good day.
Okay. Killer.
Today's been very good. Very relaxing, very refreshing. It's beautiful day outside.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been having a good day.
Okay. Cash.
Yes, it's bad.
How your day been going so far, sir? You love it down, got that hooping.
He counting his Newport days now.
I am. I feel good every day I wake up.
Yeah, let's get nothing
Like,
wrong with
what
that.
else can I do?
You can do anything.
What else
Like,
can you
I
do?
just quit smoking cigarettes like that. And we really just quit because I said I was tired. But am I finally tired? Or did I just say, like, okay, don't smoke no more cigarettes? You feel what I'm saying? Like, how did I do it just like that? You feel me?
You gonna keep
It's
going?
a mind thing.
Mind over matter.
It's a mind
Yeah,
thing.
mind
And
over
that's what I'm
matter.
about to say. And that's,
Hey,
Really
Cash,
make me
I stopped
like-
smoking Newport in
For real.
2013, cold turkey.
I want to got
So I got you.
I'm
I
telling
feel you.
We
I feel
next.
how it was.
Once I start doing this,
I ain't gonna
oh, it's over with.
Yeah.
It's over with.
Everything, mine is
Once I start
cleansed.
doing this,
You can do it.
I've been feeling positive.
Give a seminar on the HTG
I'm
5.
telling you with the bow tie. You feel me? Brother Harrison.
Don't you be out there every
Not
day.
Brother
Brother
Harrison.
Brother
Brother
Cash.
Cash.
Brother
Brother Cash.
My name Brother Cash.
Be down there at the four-way stop out there by Piedmont Mountain selling white towels.
Diana, how your day been going so far?
Man,
Oh.
Diana has been busy. Diana seen her whole other family.
Yeah.
I helped all my other family. I took my great aunt to the Walmart. We
Yeah.
took Sunday dinner together.
Yeah.
I took my
Chitlins and
mother-in-law.
pork chop.
Nah, it's gonna be turnip greens, fatback, macaroni.
I knew it was some pork somewhere.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a ham.
Mm.
She talking about the meatloaf. I'm like, I want some fried chicken though.
Yeah.
I need that with my great
Oh,
aunt.
I know. I see what you're doing. You trying to have a fat ass. You trying
Nah,
to
it's
eat.
gonna be PTO tomorrow. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'm just saying. But see, I get what you're doing. You want to eat the fried chicken and all that shit. So when you suck the gut to the butt, you have a fatty.
Oh, it's gonna be fat as hell. I'm telling you. I'm gonna drive that bitch to the floor.
Cause sometimes they ain't done right.
Like,
I'm gonna drive that bitch to the floor.
Hey, I
Y'all
delete.
think I drive this damn refrigerator to the floor now?
she said
Mm.
the
Oh, I'm gonna drive
refrigerator.
that bitch to the floor.
Frigidaire.
I deleted it. How your week been going so far? Your day?
My day, well, my day been busy.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna piggyback off something what my man Cash said. Like, you said it's been how long? Yes, I did.
Yes, we did.
I
We
have
did.
said-
We did.
I
We
said-
did.
I said, what is going on a month and a half now? I woke up like that, so I ain't gonna eat meat no more.
Yeah.
So we in the same boat.
I hope I say
It's a mind thing.
It's gonna be the
But,
beat.
but going back to today, man, shout out to CEO Jed and them
Street Capital.
We
Yeah.
break
Strawberry.
Strawberry.
We did she did a video shoot today. She did her video.
Yeah.
So we went over there and showed support. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my home girl, goddamn Blair. She had my housewarming today. I
Yeah.
ain't got there yet. No, I done got cussed out, 50 Texas.
I told her last night.
But I'm coming. I'll be there in a minute.
The party don't start till you get there.
Yeah, keep drinking. Then I got Bottle Wars in Laura Creek tonight.
Yeah.
Whatever bottle you bring, you gotta be drunk when you leave.
Big. I'm with.
Hey,
Hey, I'm with that shit. I'm with that shit.
Whatever bottle you bring, you
Then we
gotta
got
be drunk before you leave.
alcoholic
So
shit.
if I bring Hennessy and you bring Patron,
Mm.
that means the Patron and the Hennessy has to be gone
Before you leave.
before you leave.
Shout out my boy Blind Man Rick.
Shout out to Blind Man.
All right.
So we got that. Then we got
Yeah.
tonight. What we doing tonight?
Oh, we got ladies' night at Epic tonight. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Dream Team. But before we even go too further, because I already had 3 or 4 arms before, because ain't nobody really getting no arms.
I'm in
What I want to do is shout out. Hey, you see these shirt we got on? You feel me? This street scholar shit. You feel me? This legendary shit. You feel me? This episode right here is sponsored by my girl Addison. You
I
feel me?
appreciate it.
Appreciate you. Appreciate you.
Definitely.
Oh, yeah.
We got scholars.
Oh yeah, give him the full.
Yeah.
I'm about to dress him up.
My boy got a little chain. He got a chain on. He got my boy looking good today.
I don't know the labels. You know ain't no label. What's that man crush Monday on your pocket?
Yeah.
That's that man crush Monday.
I bought this junior.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. I had t-shirts still at HTG. I did just.
But you did get that pack out.
He got on too, you feel me?
Alright.
Now we rocking.
Anybody need an arm? Anybody need an arm? Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't have a ball.
Yeah, I'll take them arms.
Some of the other.
So Rocky, tell me this, you feel me? So I met you a long time ago, you be chilling, you feel me? You do your thing. So tell me, like you said, your family fitness. What inspired your family to like get into the gym shit like that? I ain't gonna say shit like that, but you know, what inspired them to get into it like that?
Like I said earlier, my mom was going through like a really, really tough time in her life. And therapy just was not working for her. She just could not find a therapist that was for her. But my mom is also, you know, she's from Spartanburg, you know, my mama the goat.
Yeah. Go.
Nash, you know what I'm saying? And she just, you know, that was her thing. She would not talk to you. She not going to argue with you. She was going to jump on you. And she felt like, you know, I'm getting older. I got kids. There's something else I need to do. She moved away from there. And when she came this way, it was like, it was bettering her. But then she got, like I said, she had another situation. And she was like, there's got to be something else. I'm tired of paying these people to tell me how to feel at a certain time, do all the counting numbers and stuff. She was like, why not invest in myself? It was something that I'm good at.
Right.
And that was something that she was good at, is boxing and kickboxing. And coaching, she used to coach my track team with me when I was younger doing AAU. And it was just like a thing, like it was good, for one, money flow, you know, we wanted to do something for some money too, but it was also good for her. And it made our relationship better. You know, being a teenage girl and your mom, you know, y'all go clash. Clips gonna clash, fire sign, water sign. So I started working with her at the gym. It helped me because I like working out with kids and pregnant women. So yeah, if you out there with kids and need training, I will do that and pregnant women. It just made our relationship better. We could talk about that and then dove off into important stuff. So you like continuing now, her legacy, that's her legacy, is the gym. And I want to keep that going because that's what my kids know also.
Okay. So you said you play the background scene, like with the money, making sure everything right. So like
Stuff that she did.
Yeah.
Yeah. My dad, like social media and stuff, like I will do the social media stuff for my dad. Because that's what my mom used to do.
Okay.
And the money, you know, dealing with the money and stuff, he was just there training people.
Did you get any training? Like, do you know how to do like?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I see a lot of that there.
Oh, and then, like, I do want to tell, because a lot of people, everybody getting their body done and stuff like that, and they want to be trainers, and they get body done. Like, a lot of people think, like, you got to go to school for it. You really don't. I'm big on saving money, so y'all going to school for it is kind of pointless when you can pay somebody $300 to give you a little training class online. And over time, you get to know it because being a trainer is a lifestyle. It's not like you're going to work 8 to 5, you do what you're doing. No, this is when you eat, you sleep, you breathe.
Yeah.
Like, it's something that you do. Yes.
I like that. Hey, first, before we get going any further, hey, you see I'm over here tossing my clothes around. We got the Lux fumes going. We got Andrea's Exotic going. I want to shout out to y'all providing the hookah, providing the, I guess the hookah pipes. You know, we got the AK-47 and we got the Grand Marnier over there. You did. So, you said, like the gym, but are you in there giving lessons? Do you work people out or you just?
I have not since my mom passed.
Okay.
It's real sensitive to me to do that right now.
Okay.
But like if kids, like I'm good with kids. I train kids. I do train kids right now. It's like doing sports, any kind of sport really, just fitness wise. But track is my specialty, like, because it's what I did.
What did you run?
I was a sprinter.
Sprint.
I hated 400s, but 1 and 2 was my goal right there.
Did they ever try to make you do a 4x4?
Yeah, and
Man.
yeah, they already know how that went. Man, only reason why we won is because it was different age groups. And I was the only one in my age group, so we automatically won. I'm like, I'm not about to be sweating, stressing about winning.
What school you went to?
With school?
Yeah.
High school?
Uh-huh.
Wait, Hampton.
Wait, no. Okay.
Well, shout out to
General.
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 Yeah.
Hey, shout out, Mr. YBE. You did.
Okay.
Hey, you had that thing going in
Yeah.
last night. You did.
Oh, I saw.
Yeah, my boy.
The
Hey,
pep rally was nice though. The pep rally was
Yeah.
nice. I ain't go.
hey,
But
I
you
was
can
there.
feel it. You can feel it through the
I was
camera.
watching everybody live.
yeah.
That shit was popping.
Tell you like this, one thing HTG ain't gonna do. But that line was ridiculous.
Okay.
You better make that phone. Boy, please come get me. I love you to death. You know what I'm saying? I can't do it, but hey, what do you want to go about? Addie or Addison? Okay, Addison. Tell me about your journey. I know we was talking about, hey, you were educator. You doing this, doing that. The clothes represent the people. But like, tell me like, what's really like, what was the burning inspiration behind the passion? Was it really the kids, or was it like fashion? Because obviously you have all kinds of things going on. But like, tell me about like the passion for it.
It honestly started with my students.
Okay.
It started with being in a high school setting and watching my high school students literally come in there drip from head to toe. But when they sat in my class, they did not have, they had the intellect, they just didn't apply it.
Are we talking, what grade are we? Are we talking elementary, middle, or
No,
high?
I'm talking high school.
Okay, so you was a high,
High school students. And for me, that is an issue, and I'm not going to lie, it gives a reflection of those educators that came before me, because somebody passed these young men and women. But like I always tell them, that's the setup.
Mm-hmm.
It's done purposely. When you are in 6th grade, they understand that you cannot read or that you're reading on a 2nd grade level. So what things do they put in place to help you? They don't. They continue to pass you along.
Mm-hmm.
So, question. With you saying that, do you blame the teachers or do you blame the parents for not giving a shit about what their kids doing?
I give it 50-50. I give it 50-50, but like I tell all educators, when we decided to become an educator, you decided that you wanted to take on the role of accountability. So when it comes to students in that predicament or in that situation, I feel like it's accountability. 80 is on educators and 20 is on the students. Mm-hmm. But it's 80-20 with the intention of us holding them accountable. We still have to recognize that although young adults come to high school and they seem like adults, they are not. And we give them too much freedom to believe that they are. And when you really break it down to them, you want to be an adult, but you're sitting in my class and you can't tell me what 9 times 8 is. Right? You can't do your basic multiples. So for me, sometimes, and I guess this can actually apply to Greek life, sometimes you got to break them down a little bit so that you can build them up, so that they can hear you. Because once you get to high school, just like I was, you can't tell me nothing. If you're not my parent, you really can't tell me nothing.
Mm-hmm. But their parents not telling them shit no way.
But what educators got to realize is when you are in that situation and you decided to be an educator, you have signed up to now take on more role than you are actually responsible for. Right. If you're really going to be an educator.
You got to be there.
So for me, that's why I say I take on 80% and I give them 20. But the intention is to, at the end of the school year, for it to be 50-50. But when a young adult sees that someone is invested in them and they care about their well-being and you will take all the necessary steps to help them get there, they will work twice as harder for you just to not disappoint you because you believe in them. And when I know that, and I know that for a fact, I've been doing it over years, I will take on that role and I'm okay with it. It's not to judge them. It's not to talk about them. It's not even to talk about how did you get here? How are you in this position? It's about you're here now. Miss Addison got you. What we going to do? How we going to figure it out? All right. Well, this is what I need from you, and you have to meet me in the middle. I take on the accountability at 80, and they take on 20. But they're going to continue to work to try to make me proud. But in reality, they don't understand. They're making themselves proud. But the issue was they never thought that they could do it.
Right.
But when they're doing it for someone else, and then I flip it back on them, like, he game. You did that. I didn't. I assisted, which is what you've been getting all your life in school, assistance. But you did the work. And you did it because you realized you could do it, but it took for someone to tell you and encourage you and inspire you that you can do it. And so for me, that's why I'll take on the 80. They can have a 20. But at the end of the year, it's 50-50. And when I see that, then I know my job is done.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell you this. So I just seen, it was an article. He was in 12th grade. What year do you teach? 11. So he was in 12th grade. They bust him back down to. They said, oh, we sent the mom the messages. We sent the mom that he was failing. We sent the mom this. We sent the mom that. Mom said she didn't get nothing, but they have proof that they sent the mom this.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do in that situation? You got a kid that's in 12th grade. They bust him all the way back down to 9th because you don't know what he's doing. Like, you can't put him out there. You can't graduate him and let him walk the stage. And he don't know nothing.
They can and they do it.
They can and they do it.
No, hey, no child left behind. You ain't never heard that?
They did not. They bust him all the way back down to 9th grade and said he got to go back to 9th grade because he didn't know nothing.
Yeah, but why pass them on though?
They was just
no child left behind.
I think it was Baltimore, and they just kept passing them. And it was Baltimore. It was an article in Baltimore.
No child left behind is almost like the prison pipeline.
Yeah.
It wasn't put in place for what it says it
You
is.
just
I
Right.
Yeah.
You ain't about y'all ever seen what's that movie? What's the famous movie with the dude with Morgan Freeman? The school
Coach
movie.
Carter?
No. That was fucking Samuel Jackson. That was Samuel Jackson. Lean on me. So the lean on me, right? So when he came in and he was trying to get the school together, right? He was like, well, you 20, whatever age he was, bye, have a nice day. You feel me? So like, yeah, you ain't trying to be 19 in 9th grade, bro. I'm about to drop out and do my thing. You feel me?
Some
I hear
kids,
that.
hey, not defend it, but some kids that don't know nothing know a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just
It's
like,
how you teach them.
it's how you teach them, but then it's another thing what you being taught. Everything in school, all the way to my college days of getting a master's degree, that's really not a day-to-day what I do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I do my job, my 9 to 5, and then this is also my job and my passion. This is a podcast, trying to network, trying to do this, that. The only thing really I know how to do is marketing, but that's really more face-to-face. Every time I see you, I'm like, what you trying to do? Yeah, I'm just trying to get your attention. Hey, follow me on Instagram. Hey, come to the podcast. Thank you for coming. You feel me? But what I'm saying is, like, what he was just saying is, this, me and my homeboy right here, we talk like this. It's either you in the streets or you corporate. Like, you can have a whole street person that has way more common sense. Like, you can be smart as fuck, but if you ain't got no common sense, but I don't know,
You ain't gonna make it out here.
you ain't gonna really make it out here. So I think that's what we was trying to get to with our little conversation. So with you being an educator, and then in your mind, I'm saying you're an educator too. How is it like working with kids with special needs? Because that requires a lot of attention. That requires a lot of patience. I have a cousin, Down syndrome, I believe. Greatest person ever. Shout out to her, you feel me? But I have an aunt, rest in peace for her. She basically took a whole bunch of time with my little cousin. You feel me? And that requires a lot. So what it's like working with kids with special needs?
I don't know how to answer this a little bit.
Whatever on your mind, you just say anything goes.
I mean, my mom, like, that's what she did. So I was brought up helping special needs kids. Like, they weren't even special needs. It was just like my friends.
Mm-hmm.
But I knew, like, it was taking them time to, like, catch on to certain stuff. But then when I started going to the Special Olympics, like, if you've never been to a Special Olympics, it is like one of the best experiences of your life, because Special Olympics is better than the regular Olympics, actually. Because you are going in with your mindset like, it's about to be crazy, or it's going to be all over the place. Like, seeing them go hard for those sports.
Really go in.
I'm talking about, they look, in other people's eyes, they look normal. You know what I'm saying? This is something that they love. But then when you get to school, it's kind of like, it's like, I'm tired of doing this over and over again. To see something that they love, and knowing that they are passionate about that, they can be passionate about their schoolwork too. You just have to make it a little more special for them. And that right there makes me happy, just to see their face balancing off on two different things that can be the same for them, you know? Like, make it fun. That's fun. Special Olympics is fun to them. Why you can't make schoolwork fun for them? Yeah. And when they see that you are involved with them, with their work, and you're making it fun, you just are like, okay, what's this say? Okay, what's next? What go after this? That's boring to me. I'm a kinesthetic learner, so that's boring to me.
I don't even know what that means. Kinesthetic.
Hands on.
Okay, bet. We learn here too.
Like I'm a kinesthetic learner, so I see kids when they get bored. I got one twin, like he can read this table, and you tell him go to the other room, tell him everything was on the table, and he's gonna be able to tell you. But then I got another one in the other room. He's just like, I don't give a fuck.
Oh, you got twins?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He said, I don't give. He'll tell me, I don't care. I don't want to do this, and it bothered me because that's important. I want you to love school, but I didn't love school when I was 5. It wasn't that heavy. But when I seen it with him, it made me want to be like, because they tried to put him under umbrella of special needs. When they send a package home, it says special needs, special education.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just because it's boring. It's boring to him.
Not engaging.
Probably smart little ninja.
Right.
I ain't know what I want to call him. I ain't know. Little ninja.
Right, but he is. But when they send a report, y'all, I don't know if y'all talk, but when he sent him their report cards home, they in the same class due to COVID because I wanted them separate. But they gave them a report card, and one said one can recognize 100 through 1 through 100, and they go recognize, count out loud. But then you got the other one saying he can't. But the one they saying it can, he cannot do that. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So I told him, he said, yeah, I can, Mama. I said, let me see. And y'all, I whoop my kids, okay? I whoop my kids.
Hey, discipline.
And I literally have to whoop Kingston for him to even spell his name for me. You know what I'm saying? But he get in class, can I just tell him? Like, you know what I'm saying? He good at it. But I don't know that. But I wanted, the learning boards are for the parents to be engaged. Because parents don't be caring.
A lot of parents don't have patience.
They don't have the patience. And I learned I don't have the patience.
They have time.
They don't want to have time.
Yeah.
Oh, they have time.
Oh,
they want to have time.
Yes, have all the time.
Yeah,
I'm a stay-at-home mom, so I know
Yeah.
I can say. But when it comes to
Shout
that
out to
computer,
stay-at-home moms.
yeah,
Amazing.
Then they also
Shout out to stay-at-home dad.
They also have a lot more that takes away from them as well, because back then we didn't have social media.
right.
So they so stuck on social media every day, all day, so they get to the point they really don't care. And the moms and parents, the dad, whatever, they don't care.
They gonna send them home.
They don't care because they stuck on social media themselves.
Definitely. But then it's another kid, like Princeton. Because these my babies. Princeton, he will get on his tablet and you say, Princeton, you got to finish your schoolwork before you get on that tablet. Oh, quick, fast and hurry, because he loved his tablet. But when he gets on his tablet, he does ABC Mouse first. And then he might watch videos about learning. That's on his own, because I didn't even know he knew how to work YouTube. Y'all see him sitting on the couch when they living. But Kingston, you say, Kingston, do this work so you can go play with this snack.
See, that's how
He's gonna sit there like, I guess we about to be looking at each other.
I ain't getting no snack today.
What is he interested in?
He said Keeson loves sports. He loves, that's his thing. He loves sports and dinosaurs. So this is how I know Keeson don't give a fuck.
Which one, the alpha?
How old are they?
Kingston, the alpha.
They're about to be 6th of July.
Kingston, the alpha, though.
Right.
Exactly.
He just gave his brother Black Eye 2 weeks
That's
ago.
what it is.
He just what?
Gave his brother Black Eye 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, he the alpha. He the alpha. That's what it is.
But if you with Keeson, if you just he don't, girl, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I don't care.
You gotta finesse him.
He will go to bed early so he don't have to tell me what he learned in school today.
I would say he's
You want to stay in you want to stay alive.
Keisha, tell me what you did today. I'm tired of
Y'all, I swear.
What you doing?
I know y'all can't see my eyes. This is what Keeson to do. I'll be like, Keeson, what you learned in school today? And he'll be like, he'll look at his brother. No, he'll look at his brother because Princeton was like, well, I learned, And I'd be like, no, Princeton, let your brother talk. Keith would be like, I'll just go take a bath and go to sleep. He like,
He trying to get out there.
she didn't want to tell me what you ate for lunch
He
tonight.
probably did something to school.
Oh my God.
Lay your folders. Lay your folders on the table.
Go ahead.
Lay your-
I'm sorry, you named them Kingston. I got 2 nephews named Kingston. Them motherfuckers is bad as
They
hell.
don't
They
give-
smart as shit.
They don't give a
They
fuck.
smart as shit, but they bad as a motherfucker.
Lay your photo on the table. Bring your photo. They'll know to bring any photos in my office when they get home. Take out your book bag. I might take it right then. I might take it later on at night to sign it. Sometimes, every time I wait to check that shit, there's something in there. Piecing and peas outside on the playground.
I don't know why y'all keep naming babies these names.
I said, why did you?
biblical name, that Kingston, that legend, and all that stuff? Y'all be fucking them kids up from the start.
He said, why you do that?
Yep,
Alpha,
fucking them kids up from the start.
He's the alpha.
So he just
He gonna
unzip
go-
his
he gonna
pants
go
and be
against the
outside.
Yeah.
You
she
gotta-
said
when you
he
gotta
didn't
go, you gotta
expose-
go.
He didn't expose nobody. He went in the corner. But that's what I do with them. Like, if we somewhere out and he could say he got to pee, I'll bring 2 car doors, pee.
Yeah.
We at the house and we not getting in the house yet. You outside playing. Go back in the woods and go pee. You know.
So
He used to say I gotta pee and I'm about to go. But then you gotta explain
They
things
said right
like
outside and on him.
he don't care and they just pee before they went to recess. Line up, go pee, and then we go. He don't care.
I'm telling you, it's them names.
It's not. Hold on, it's not the name.
It
So look,
Yeah, alpha.
we've been so educated right now. I gotta flip it. You know me. I got this. Anything goes. So listen, Addie, I want to know this. So Addison, I like to shorten everybody's name. Listen. So obviously, I know you. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I know everybody here. You know what I'm saying? But you're young, and you said you teach high school. So tell me, like high school, when the 18-year-old senior, #1 football player, basketball player, like, what's up?
What's up, Mr.
Hey, nigga trying to holler like you like, oh my God.
Hey, he looking at you like this. Yo, Miss Eddie.
No.
Not about to be one of the white women on the news. That be the white women on the news be fucking them damn children.
Damn sure be.
Listen,
That be
y'all.
the white women on the news.
I coach track.
There you go.
I was at jail man high coaching
Shout out to
track.
the Patriots.
Y'all, I'm walking. I don't even look these kids in their eye because I already know what they on. So I kept walking. He said, "Hey," and I'm like, "Just keep going." So you act like you ain't gonna hear me?
this a student.
This a student. I mean, I know I look young because I always have a ball cap on, workout clothes. And he said, "You gonna act like you don't hear me?" I was like, "Sorry, what did I do?" He was like, "Son." I said, "Yes." He was like, "What's your name?" I said, "Coach Rocky." Coach Rocky. I said, "Yeah." He said, "Well, if you didn't want to talk to me, you didn't have to make up no little line." Y'all,
Little boy, you don't got my face.
the students just giggling. They know who I am. They just laughed, and he was like, "Coach Rocky." He was like, "Look, baby, I got a job." I said, "I got 2 kids. What's up?" He said, "You is Coach Rocky, ain't you?" Yeah. Like, they would try. Them kids. I already know. I know you got stories. 11th grade.
I'm not going to tell you. You like that shit.
What they be saying in Baltimore, DC? What they be saying?
You know that be on the DC. I done, hey.
Smooth.
Yeah.
I mean, y'all been going to try it. I mean, it don't. I feel like once you set the tone, you gotta set the tone. So when I see young men that try other young, because it's a lot of young teachers, and I'm gonna say it should be a lot more young teachers. We make a very big difference when we're dealing with young people. A lot of older teachers, they've been doing it for so long, they're tired of it. They don't even care anymore. But I promise you, when a young person sees another young adult in there that they can relate to in some form, they just want to pick your brain. And the moment they want to pick your brain, you have their attention. So like I always say, like, don't just teach them, like reach them. Like if you change the narrative, you get to change the conversation. And if you can change the conversation, you can change their mindset. young adults, just being young in my 30s, we have that ability. We draw them in. They want to know. Like on a Friday, if I got some Jordans on, they be like, yeah.
How much you pay?
Yeah, and that
How
just
you get
that
money?
simple thing, like having on a pair of Jordans, because they see you in heels, they see you in a different light. But when you're transparent with them and they can see who you are, and it's nothing fake, you just give it to them. They want to know more about you, and so with the young men, they'll come by it, they'll sneak. I felt it more when I transitioned from one high school to the other, because they weren't really familiar with who I was. They'd come, they'll peek, they try to look in the classroom, they'll be like, damn, you fat. Just little things like that. But see, then I'll step out into the hallway. Come here, let me talk to you. I check it at the door so that they understand that I understand exactly what you see, and I understand that I'm a woman, but let me tell you something, there's a respect level there, and it doesn't get crossed. And when I set that boundary, they understand. So I haven't really had them issues. I mean, I've gone to basketball games, and they're going to look. I don't care about them looking. They got eyes. It is what it is.
Everybody window shop.
It is what it is. But when you open up your mouth, and if you choose to be disrespectful, because also I feel like I'm teaching them a lesson about how to approach women.
Yeah.
See, for me, it goes bigger than it's not about me. It's about giving them lessons. I'm just not like, go sit down, little boy. No, I'm having a conversation with them. Like, how would you feel if somebody said that to your sister?
I'm going to tell you like this. See, I'm telling you, when I was in high, I'm 35. You feel me? Just turned 35. I'm blessed. You feel me? Nigga, we ain't have a teacher at Woodmont High School that I looked at. I was like, God, where is the bad teacher? Now, when I went to school in Atlanta, when I went to school in Atlanta, it was a different ball game. But I was just a country boy from South Carolina. But I'm gonna tell you like this: I ain't never heard nothing about no dudes like messing with teachers when I was in school, kind of unless it was like different places. I mean, I understand that it happened, but I'm just saying at Woodmont High School.
Yeah.
I'm tell like this. Tread lightly. Just tread lightly. It wasn't nothing shaking. The one lady I thought was a beautiful black Amazon lady, I gave her goddamn 50-page paper, plagiarized the whole motherfucker. She put that shit. She's like, F.
She got you.
Referral. Suspended. Like that. I copied, pasted, then did my little last page, like gave the people the credit. She said, Ben Bailey, you did not write one word. But she was a beautiful, but she cared about me though. Black
women don't play this shit. You see the white women on their damn news. That be
why you got so much colorism going on?
You
just see people.
Do y'all see them?
It was a black substitute at my Southside that was hitting kids off. And I know every black dude that was knocking.
Yeah, I mean, it happens.
It's a lot of
It was black men.
But some of them, when they be coming with their game, I know you have to chuckle.
I ain't saying it's right, but
But soon as the male or the female approach whoever the teacher, soon as that teacher get them that smirk, that laugh, and that flirtation, they already know they got it. Like she say, once you check it at the door,
I wish
that's
Miss Jefferson would give a nigga a green light.
Like I said, I know that type of teacher, and I know the type of teacher y'all talking about. And the type of teacher she is, so like, once I would have been there something right there, I'd be like, all right, Miss Addie, it's like, how I fuck with you. And right there, it's like, Miss Addie cool, but goddamn, you know what I'm saying? You don't play shit.
Yeah, because your friend's the one that sent you.
I'm telling you, I'm the type of, I'm that child, so you can't tell me. I'm directly that child.
You trying not to teach y'all?
I'm just not saying that. I'm like, goddamn.
Have you ever flirted with a teacher before?
Listen.
You fucked the teacher?
No, I'm not about to say that.
Yes, you was about to.
This is all. This is not facts.
Yeah, this is all allegedly.
I understand why you paid.
I'm just saying. I'm just like, this is my personality.
That's why, me personally, I could never even approach no damn teacher. I don't even know shit like that.
No, but like she said, when you had them teachers, they're like, I had a teacher, Miss Meach, she was my math teacher. And Hughes, 8th grade, big butt, pretty eyes, blonde hair. It was dyed, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And guess what? She was just like us.
Everybody's
like,
I will say it's a way to deal with when you're, because a lot of educators believe that you do not have to differentiate how you carry yourself, and I'm a firm believer that you do. When you are working in a high school setting, you have to. I'm not telling you go buy a whole new wardrobe. But if you putting on the super tight clothes and let your G-string show, and I have some coworkers that I work with like that, you are enticing them young men. So at that moment, you cannot 100% be upset when they shoot their shot. Because when you come up to them and you bending over, and I've watched educators flaunt their bodies, they try to entice them on purpose. So, it's a sticky situation. But believe it or not, you have to adjust what you wear just a little bit. Like if you're gonna wear some tight slacks, your jacket should cover just a little bit of it. You shouldn't give them the full throttle because it's only natural for them to want to just stare. And at the moment that being a teacher, and if you're not very firm with them, you being a teacher don't matter. It goes out the window. They just see you as a pit.
I think,
especially when they try their hand, and some teachers will, as you said, like give them a little bit of leeway. They'll flirt back with them. Then it ain't no lines crossed. Next thing you know, you got the notes coming across your desk. But then that educator goes downstairs and gives that note to the principal, and now the kid looking crazy. Well, you gave me the green light practically.
Yeah,
I think that's a teacher that's got an eye on the student.
And they do. There's a lot of them that are like that.
But then when you do that, guess what? For the rest of the year, you got to pass this student.
I ain't passing shit.
If you my teacher and I knock you out, hey, straight A. Straight A. Yeah.
But now kids recording it. Now they're recording it.
You can't play with it. Like even with that phone thing, like being open with your students, and like you can be like this. So this why I notice like people want to help people so much when you're an educator or just being whatever. When you're dealing with someone at a younger age, they have your phone number, they have access to you. Sometimes you gotta block that because they like you text me and like, hey, Mr. Bailey, I'm not feeling well today. I'm not coming to school. Okay, cool. Let's say like I'm in the community, I'm dropping clothes off or whatever. Hey, I'm gonna bring you some soup or whatever. I walk in your house. Mr. Bailey came over and brought me soup. That's it. But then it's like something can happen. Oh yeah, you text me whenever you need me. But on another note, like being a male teacher, imagine knocking off all the mamas and then you got to pass all they goddamn students. Well, you just knocking off everybody's mama. You did.
Right.
Oh, I don't even know how he had. That was not a good segue.
I'm just saying.
And you're not knocking out the student. You don't have to pass the student. You don't have to pass the student just because you're knocking out their mama.
Oh, yeah.
I be looking at like, girl,
hey,
just like
I need to bump that GPA up.
Sit your ass down, just like your mama. Sit down.
No more arms. No more arms.
Knocking out the mama. I got you. When you the train conductor, you did. But listen, what I want to do is I want to get in the SB Killer KJ mystery box. You did. This is something we got on this podcast. HTG, you did.
It's about to go down. Yeah, it's about to go down now. It's about to go down.
Don't walk out. This is just for you.
Why that box make everybody nervous when they come on here?
It wasn't even the box. I didn't even see the box.
You gotta sell it. I gotta sell it. You know me. You gotta sell it.
Okay, so the mystery box, y'all okay back there?
Yeah.
Y'all okay? Y'all okay? Y'all okay? Okay.
One of us going now.
Okay, so the mystery box, I'm going to name a couple of items. And we took a poll before the podcast started. And y'all have to choose what the majority chose. So I'm going
That's what y'all want.
It's just a little, little
Are your
shot.
shots already pulled up? They shot pulled up?
Yeah, I got one.
Okay, if y'all choose wrong, then y'all have to take shots.
Let's go.
I mean, everybody, right?
Anything goes, have fun. Be yourself.
Just y'all two. Okay, so the first one is Hennessy or Patron. Who do you think the majority chose?
Hennessy.
Okay, the majority chose Hennessy. So y'all got that one right. So no shots this time.
She wants to go.
You wasn't that handsome.
She had to think about the
You
thing.
gotta think about the name.
Okay, so the next two items are top or bottom. What do you think the majority chose in the room?
God damn, what we talking about?
Anything, whatever your mind want to go. Top and bottom.
Top and bottom.
Whatever your mind want to go with it.
Top. What you say? Top. Okay, so the majority chose top. Lights on or lights off? What do you think the majority chose? Don't matter.
Oh.
You say on?
Off.
Majority chose off. So you have to take a shot.
Take a shot.
Damn, you did a
I gotta see everything. Oh man, but man, oh.
You look like me.
I wish a girl would bring me over her house and be like, oh girl, you gotta see me. I gotta see you.
Why y'all say oh?
I gotta see you. What is going on?
It don't matter. Nigga, lights always on. No matter what situation it is, always on.
Cash, I need to see if them brown stains
I'm
with fans.
wrong them things. Do that wrong thing.
He said it's mine, it's yours.
Okay, so the next one is give lap dance or receive lap dance.
After these votes, right?
Yeah.
Who do you think the majority chose? Receive.
Will.
Majority chose receive lap dance.
She didn't want to take a shot.
You know I'll give it.
He's like the type that had a little bow tie thong on.
What I say?
Cash.
Right there, stupid.
Cash Chippendale.
Yeah, you gonna fuck up there.
You thinking about what I do too,
Right.
right?
I'm
This
about to tell
nigga
you.
right here.
Okay, so the next one is smoking or drinking. Smoking.
I'm so scared. Grandma, can you keep my kids for longer? Because I just don't like to be drunk. Okay.
Majority chose drinking.
Don't be out of that. Damn.
I got something.
That is straight out. You see I'm over here detoxing? I'm on the only one that said smoking.
Okay, so
Smokey the Bear.
the next one is sucking or fucking. Who do you think the majority chose?
Hold on.
Okay. We just took this up another notch.
You the one fucking it up.
Dirty out. Everybody be standing. You leave in the room.
But it's down back here. But they gonna ham back here. I can't have it.
Everybody
I
be
love
calling
it.
her out about that.
Hey, it's crazy back here.
What you think?
Not another shot.
Remember, this not about you. This is about everybody.
Right.
Well, I'm looking at y'all ass.
Y'all look like some suckers. You said we look like some suckers.
Majority chose fucking.
Just give my shit.
Who chose flaking?
I chose you.
You
I
got one more.
want to knock your motherfucking neck off your shoulder. You feel me? I'm fucking. You feel me?
The last one is 69 or doggy style.
Ha 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 ha.
That should be a no-brainer.
69.
Everybody getting
I'm
pleased.
a
Guys, everybody getting pleased.
Everybody chose 69.
Majority chose.
Yeah, same time. I don't know you. Same time. Same time.
Everybody
It ain't what I chose. It is not what I chose.
What?
Diana want her back knocked out. She want her spine realigned. But she ain't kissing you. She ain't
I ain't kissing her fighting, but when I was.
Hey,
That was a flashback.
hey, we get a towel from the back because there's a puddle on the floor. There's a puddle on the floor. We get a towel from the back because there's a puddle on the floor.
That's it.
I see GB. Come on and get it up.
Hey, Rocky, you gotta get better, baby. You should just follow my suit.
Put me back on with her.
Yeah, well, hey, I'll wait. You already So look, this one. Look, silent has not been silent. That not been
But if it
silent.
was somebody else, boy.
Cash out. What's up, baby? What you over there thinking about?
My homies, I'm happy to see homies early tonight. See this I always aggravate when I see that.
Boy is college.
Trust me, the last 3 times, you cut me right. You cut me. I got you. You cut me.
Appreciate the text.
Yeah, boy in college. She was cool back then. She's still cool now.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Shout out to Boy He College, man. You feel me?
See?
Y'all already know what time it is. Hey, so look, this is what I want to talk about. Like, so listen, what y'all got going on as an entrepreneur, as women, as black women? What do you feel like your main money source is going to be within the next 5 years? Like, what are you going to concentrate on to make sure you bring your money in? Because we always want to shout out to my girl, goddamn Big Pooh, Big AB. She talk about financially free. She talk about AB and financially free, and she do it on every Friday, so it's like financially free. So what do you feel like your source of income going to be, and that you're going to put all your attention to for the next 5 years?
I'm going to put all my attention into my brand, but for me, it's about building community.
Okay.
So when I started Legendary Street Scholars originally, my goal was to give internships to my high school students.
Okay.
So that can promote entrepreneurship and they can see how you can build and make money for yourself and not have to work for someone else. Even if that's going to college and having a side hustle, having a heat press in the back and making shirts.
Yeah.
Just like when
Shout
we were
out to
going to
Highlight.
college, people was burning CDs.
Yeah.
You still got to have a hustle, some type of trade. Young girls usually go, they either braiding hair, cornrowing hair. Boys are either barbering, got some type of barbering skills.
Shout out, Jazz.
Anything of that sort. So for me, it's still about creating a side hustle for young people, seeing how quickly you can make money on your own, because then that'll make you question, well, do I want to work for somebody else and make money for them? Or do I want to work for me and make my own money?
Okay.
So for me, and then it's just about putting people that's around me that I trust in position to grow as well. So like with my clothing brand, like I refuse to just get a photographer. I've had plenty of people like, come let me do a shoot for you. I want somebody who has a photographer dream in my circle to be able to build and grow. And so for me, it's about bringing everyone around me in, and how can we all build. So just as quick as a clothing brand can pop off, well, how else can you spin off from this? What can you bring to the table? You know what I'm saying? Just as quick as you're doing photo shoots for Legendary Street Scholars, you can be doing photo shoots for Nike. You can be doing photo shoots for Adidas. It's all about getting everybody exposure, just like me having brand ambassadors. Those young ladies have the goal to be models.
Well,
let me be the first to help you get out there.
Yeah.
And then now you're able to create a portfolio. If you've never done a photo shoot, then you don't have a portfolio to start with. And then a lot of people go out and get talent agents and shit like that. We don't need that. We are the talent.
Yeah.
And we are the culture.
Oh, definitely.
And everything that we do, people want to imitate.
Big
And so that's why I want everything around me is built black. And right now, people really just focus on that. And I believe that this is one of the biggest times that we've really been heavy as a black community in regards to supporting black business.
Most definitely.
And I feel like it has to keep going. We can't allow it to die off. But many times when it comes to black business, you know, we'll get things wrong one time and somebody's using us to write us off. But we don't do that for white folks. We give them non-stop repeated changes. Restaurants, same thing. If they're bad experience, we still go back. We go get our nails done. She cuts you, talking crazy. You know, their energy's just off. We still go back.
Yeah.
But when it comes to us, I don't either. But I've watched others do so. But when it comes to us, we're very easy to write each other off.
Yeah.
And so for me, it's about changing that concept, that miscommunication, and just building black all around me, so that we can move as a unit, and everybody can eat.
Yeah.
And we're not relying on someone who has to sign our paycheck. We're signing our own.
Yeah.
And having people that you trust around you. So for me, that's what it is. It's actually building my Street Scholars team, a family, friends, which is why we're here. Anything goes, so that everybody can network and that can expand and everybody can eat off of it. It just doesn't help when you hold it, when you hold the tools and the tricks and the blueprints. We've been doing that for too long. Right, because that's what whites are doing to us. You know, they got the blueprint, they got the roadmap, but they won't even give us. They'll let us work for them, but they'll never let us see the roadmap of how to get there.
They be saying that little line. They be like, it's not hate to play, hate the game, but it's something they be saying. The game is to be sold, not told. No, you need to teach everybody around you this game so everybody can.
But that's our mentality because we've always had that mentality of survival of the fittest. We've always had to hustle, and so we withhold information so that we can be the ones moving forward.
Because think about this: if you didn't say, "Hey, my brother," or "Hey, my master, you look amazing today," you didn't goddamn kiss ass all day. They say house nigga, field nigga. Shout out to goddamn Malcolm X, you feel me? Y'all didn't listen to that speech, you feel me? Bro, if you ain't kiss ass, you ain't really knowing too much. I mean, we seen Django. Shout out my boy goddamn BJ. Favorite movie, you feel me? But you watch Django, put this nigga on his nag, you feel me? It is what it is, you feel me? So you gotta play the game, how you gonna play it? Bingo. You already know what time it is. Rocky, what's your financial freedom for the next? What you got? What do you want to send to bring you all your money? What do you?
She need to get back.
I'm just thinking about everything she just said. I'm like, I gotta say something after this.
Everybody felt that. They was like, okay.
If it's the same exact thing, just go.
I mean, it's similar to because the education. Like, my goal is to get into school with myself. Like knowing everything that they do with these kids. My mom was in the school, so I seen starting from No Child Left Behind to where we at now. Like my learning boards, I have came from being very, very basic in my learning boards to my learning boards are gas. Like they are the best to me, But I seen it when I started selling them. But then I'm like, why I can't get these in the schools? If I'm selling them the way I'm selling just through Facebook and Instagram, really just Facebook, I'm like, I can sell that through school systems because they need it.
Yeah.
It's boring.
But they don't want that.
They don't
understand what the education system is.
I presented my, I got everything legit with my business. And I presented it to my kids' school, the principal, and it was kind of like, oh, that's cute.
Right.
Hey, puppies are cute, motherfuckers.
I just started actually getting out there.
Rec centers and put it on Amazon. Parents will buy it.
See, but my learning boards, I only charge the highest is $65, But I got on, what is another thing they sell? It's like an orange symbol.
Alabama?
No.
Alabama?
It's like little things they be selling.
Poshmark?
Etsy. You get on Etsy, it's $100 on top. Like that made me think that's why nobody want to buy that. I know I get off, selling my boards because I know how to manage my material and my product, bringing it in, bringing it out. But with how they charge you $100 just for a learning board, some of the parents can't afford it. And I'm willing, I've gave free learning boards. Now I'm gonna make my cash, but I also believe, I know these people can't afford half that stuff, but they need it. They need it. And I don't go in there saying okay, if I give him this, I'm gonna get this $10 back. It's like, no, you need it. And I want to be able to get in the school system and, of course, sell my product. But at the same time, them parents that don't have it, literally just don't have it. I want to be there. I want to be able to give that to them.
Let me find out.
I definitely need two of them things.
So give them away and write it off.
Right, okay. So I started doing it this year, in January. And it's crazy when I started doing it, my business got a little higher.
It's gonna flourish.
It got better.
Because that was free promo and you didn't look at it like that.
And y'all, when I tell y'all, even with training, I charge $50 a month. You're not gonna find it nowhere. A personal trainer. When you come, whenever you want to come, you're not gonna find it. It's because I want you to feel better. You know, I want you to feel important, and your education is gonna make you feel important. Because when you walk in a room, you don't need to be the smartest person. You know, everybody, you want to learn from somebody every time you get in a room. That's how I want the kids to feel. Like when they get through their learning board, I want to tell my friend what I learned today and be happy about it. Because you just did a fun learning board. Spider-Man, Batman. Kids don't want to see A, B, C, D, E, F, G on the board. They don't want to see just something plain. They want to see something fun.
You gotta entice them. That's why the kids, like, they be on the phones and shit. Like, a kid can work a phone better than you can work the phone. I'm gonna tell you like this. I got a cousin, all he do is gaming on his laptop. Shout out to Vic, my little Puerto Rican Negro. You feel me? Like, what he do is, he really be on some, like, he like to do gaming and he like to edit videos. And I like, hey, I want you to come edit videos for HTG. I can't do that. His sister kept shooting him down because he the youngest. So they like, look at his video on YouTube. But this thing is, he got to start somewhere. You feel me? And then, like, what we say here is, once you come, you sign that table, we be like, death row, we own you. But no, really, it's more like, once you come, sign that table, you sit on this futon couch or these tables like you family. You feel me? So it's like, we want to do everything we can to promote each other and make shit happen. You feel me? So first, I want to say thank you for coming. You feel me? Second, I got something for y'all. When y'all go home, I want you to take this HTG, anything goes, shot glass you did.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, before you leave, you gotta fill it up and take the whole glass.
Oh,
Yeah, that's really, that's one tradition.
I haven't seen it.
I'm just
Hey, about to have
you know you watched it.
Yeah, about to have you three. I got something else for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Off the camera. So what I want to do is I want to run around the room with all the co-hosts and the silent assassins. Everybody can tell us y'all social medias where they can find you at. And I'm gonna come back to you, two beautiful women, the yin and the yang. But really, it's not like you have a concept, but it really meshes. You feel me? So like, you just giving you flowers while you're here.
I appreciate it.
So we're gonna start with Gorgeously Red. You did.
It's your girl, Gorgeously Red. You can find me on Instagram _GorgeouslyRed _D. You can find me on Snapchat STARR. You can also find me on Twitter _GorgeouslyRed _D. Don't do Facebook. No face, no case.
No face, no case. Ski mask on the ass.
You can find me on Instagram at _KAE _JAYY.
Double Y's.
It's your boy Cash App. You find me on Facebook. You find me on Snapchat, Cash First, always on Instagram, Cash Out _Key7 Pro, on Twitter, HTG Podcast / Cash Out Key7 Pro.
Gang. That was listen. So what I'm gonna do as the boss, I'm gonna need you to say it with your chest, my brother. Please tell them where they can find you at.
And when they had their leg back days, you make sure you do them the same way.
Oh yeah, I got you.
Yeah. Cause some people definitely be sitting in the back quiet and can't move an arm.
I deleted it.
Hey, look, I got my silent assassin in the building. You know, hey, I deleted it.
You know that.
You know what I'm saying?
I deleted
it.
I don't be so hard.
Hey, make sure y'all look for that. I deleted it, man, for the repost you did. You feel me? Got the silent assassin dirty. Where they can find you at? With the chicken.
Diana, man, leave me alone. I'm hungry.
All right.
So, Dirty Diana on Instagram, dirty _Diana _O on Instagram. No, that's Instagram. On Snapchat, dirty Diana _O. On TikTok, dirty _Diana _O. O is a 0.
O is a motherfucking 0. So before I get to our special guest, I want to say shout out to BM, Not Your Baby Mama.
You know
what I'm saying? Shout out to Highlight for all the merch. You feel me? Want to shout out Olivia. Make sure y'all check out that Olivia Instagram page, Olivia Jennings, other pages. Shout out to PJ, you did. Shout out to Touchdown, BMB Real. Hey, Mr. Concrete, everything hard. Ooh, whopping them motherfucker, baby. You did. Hey, and we got another one. I'm just bringing it in now. Tears for Take. Hey, the best double D's you gonna see shaking on the motherfucking camera. You did. You feel me? Hey, I just want to know that my silent assassin that didn't say anything. Did y'all enjoy yourselves today?
Yep.
Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up.
Hey, I got me one.
Hey, you got
I
you one.
got me
We
one.
about to put on the team.
I
About
got
to
me
sign the
one.
contract. Hey, about to put on the team. But listen, hey, we got our beautiful guest right here. Special guest. We can start either or. Can y'all tell everybody where they can find y'all at? Who want to go first?
Facebook, Rocky Foster, Instagram, Rock My Body, and Snapchat, Foxy_Roxanne.
Okay.
And I'm on Snapchat more than I am anything.
Snapchat her. It goes away quick. 24 hours. You did.
I only do Instagram, so my business Instagram is Legendary Scholars, and my personal Instagram is Creative Visions with a K.
With a K, baby. Y'all already know what time it is. SB High Star Instagram, SB High Star Facebook, HTG Podcast YouTube, SB Visions Facebook, www.htgpodcast.buzzsprout.com. It'll take you to our audio, it'll take you to the social media, and it'll take you to the visuals. You did, but you already know. I got Gorgeous Red, my red queen. You did. My homie, my auntie. She looking good. Lipstick popping. If you didn't know, she got the new hairdo all the way to her back. She trying to. Hey, she said no sucking, but more fucking. You feel me? She told me to slow down on the shots and the arms, but I told her, hey, anything goes. Where we at, baby?
The one and only Greenville, South Carolina.
Hey, Ace is 4. You feel me? HTG Podcast. We out.